Hey guys, Zach here, coming at you with another video. So remember how a little more than 2 years ago, wow, it's been more than 2 years? Remember how a little more than 2 years ago, I played a little game on the channel called SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom? If you haven't seen that Zach Plays, make sure to go watch it. It was a fun one to make, and it was my very first Zach Plays, I believe, right? I think it was Battle for Bikini Bottom, then Luigi Pictures, yeah. That was my first ever Zach Plays, way back two plus years ago. That's crazy. But nevertheless, it's a game that I love. I love SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's a fun 3D platformer, colorful, vibrant, amazing music, a lot of variety, and just overall a game that I absolutely love. And over the past couple years, there's been a lot of murmurs and rumblings and all that about an HD remaster of that game. Now, for those of you who've never played the game, I bet you're like, why the hell would they remaster an old SpongeBob game? Well, let me tell you. The game, it's not just a really fun game, it's a very popular game. Like, I never really realized how popular the game was until I went to THQ Nordic's Twitter page, and they tweeted something recently that said, what games would you like us to port next? And down in the comments, there was a shit ton of people that were talking about SpongeBob, the SpongeBob games. And, you know, to me, that's so surprising. You know, I knew that the game was really well received by other people who played it, but I didn't realize how popular it was. So it really got me thinking, is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom going to be coming to systems like the Nintendo Switch? And my answer to that is a definite hard yes. Now here's why. Right now in this age of gaming, in 2019, even going back into 2018, whatever, HD remasters have become a really popular thing, specifically with older games. We've seen it happen with Crash and with the Insane Trilogy, and now Crash Team Racing, Spyro's done it. So a lot of games are getting that HD treatment, and it's going over really well. Crash has sold over 10 million units. That's absolutely crazy. And, you know, SpongeBob SquarePants, like I said, is a really highly requested game of THQ. Or THQ Nordic, sorry. And, you know, I think it really makes sense for them to port it over. And I have two pieces of evidence that really make me believe that this is coming out. And I'm thinking we're going to hear about it this year. And yeah, it's not just me pulling something out of my ass saying, oh, this is coming out this year. I know it for a fact without any evidence. I have two pieces of evidence to back me up here. The first of which is, frankly enough, a tweet from THQ Nordic. And I don't remember if it's THQ Nordic or Nickelodeon, but it was one of them, and you'll see it on the screen, so it doesn't matter what I'm saying. To sum it up, it is basically saying that THQ Nordic is giving the licenses to Nickelodeon software, because a while ago it was given to Activision, then Activision made shitty Nickelodeon games, so they're giving it back to THQ Nordic. But anyways, basically they're going to be reviving a lot of their old franchises, and you see a bunch of titles here. You see SpongeBob, you see Fairly Odd Parents, you see Jimmy Neutron, you see a lot of the older classic Nickelodeon cartoons. Okay, maybe they're not classic Nickelodeon cartoons, but you know what I mean. The older ones, the ones that aren't going anymore, like the SpongeBobs, like the Jimmy Neutrons, like I even think Wild Thornberries is on there, for God's sake. And we got that Nickelodeon Kart Racers, which didn't do that well, mainly because it was a generic kart racer. But if they did something with SpongeBob in terms of Battle for Bikini Bottom HD, that could really go over well and get a lot of attention. And when you're saying that you're going to bring back video game franchises with characters on there, like, I think Tak was even on there from, like, the Power of Juju games and all that stuff back in the GameCube and all that. Like, Tak was literally just a game thing that turned into a TV show. It wasn't the other way around, like SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents, let's say. So, if Tak's coming back, they're going to make HD remasters of those games. I don't know why they wouldn't do that for SpongeBob. And this part I'm not too sure on, so don't quote me on it. But apparently, they were supposed to be announced back in 2018, because this tweet was from almost a year ago. Like, this is not new news. This has been out there for a while. I may have even done a video on it in the past. I don't know. But, you know, the fact that we haven't heard anything, I mean, we got Nickelodeon Kart Racers, like I said, where we saw some old classic Nickelodeon cartoons return, like, I think Rugrats, like Tommy Pickles, Reptar, Angelica, I think they were in the game. I think you had, did you have Ren and Stimpy? I don't know, but I know a bunch of older classic Nickelodeon characters were in that game. And I think if they did, like, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, it would be really well praised. I mean, as long as they didn't change too much. I mean, it's an HD remaster, so I'm presuming that they obviously bump up the graphics a lot and maybe add a new level or two. I don't know. I would love to see them add a new level. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of modern modern SpongeBob, but I think it'd be cool to see a modern SpongeBob themed stage, or even an older one that just didn't make it, into the game back then. Like, imagine the Salty Spittoon as a level, where we have to make your way into the Salty Spittoon, and there's a bunch of golden spatulas in there, or something stupid like that. Or Glove World, you have to go to Glove World, and it's like a big theme park. I know they have that in Goo Lagoon, but Glove World's its own thing. I think they can make it work. So you seeing what I'm saying? That if these tweets are true, or this news is true, that Nickelodeon and THQ Nordic are working together again. I don't remember who published Nickelodeon Kart Racers. It was probably THQ Nordic, unless Activision still had a little bit of a deal to get that last game out. But nevertheless, I think that's the first piece of evidence that's leading me to suggest this. So that leads me to believe that SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom is coming out. There will be an HD remaster of it. I'm 100% certain. The question is when. And thankfully, I've been starting to branch out and watch different YouTubers recently. And I know Spawn Wave is a relatively popular one, but I only started to watch him more recently. I've never really watched his content. And he did a video, I think it was Friday, where he talked about THQ Nordic and all that stuff. And he had something really interesting to say. And given that he is, he always just tells accurate information, I've just assumed that what he is saying is true. So, if he's right, then, then this is huge news. Let's roll the clip.
Now, why do we want to keep an eye on THQ Nordic, especially going into the next generation of systems with the PlayStation 5 and whatever the Xbox Scarlet, I guess, right now? And, of course, the Switch, as that'll kind of skate the line between the two different generations. Well, it sounds like THQ Nordic has a ton of projects that we don't even know about. Right now, they have 77, that's right, 77 games in development. 48 of them are unannounced. So there's 77 games that they're working on right now, just right now. And they have plenty to announce then. So 48 games we don't even know about that are being worked on right now. Now, of course, they could be working on games for phones and other devices as well, but it seems like they're really into moving up older games.
So as you can see, apparently there are somewhere around 48 unannounced titles from THQ Nordic. And I am pretty damn certain if there's 48 unannounced titles, 48, one of them's gotta be SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. One of them has got to be. It's like, 1 in 48 shot that one of those games is SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom. I think those are some pretty likely odds, considering that THQ, they don't have, a big... I know they've, they've accumulated some other studios, so they may have some other studios that are doing other things that may count in the 48, but I think Battle for Bikini Bottom is just so inevitable, and given that there's 48 unannounced THQ titles, I think that, they're unannounced, so they're at least happening, they're probably at least in development, they're probably going to get announced this year. So, I wouldn't be surprised if SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom HD gets announced at, E3 or something. This is something, I've been thinking about it for a little while. Last week, I was talking to my friend Rail Mango, David. He and I talked about, I tweeted, actually, when THQ Nordic made that tweet saying, what other remastered games would you like to come to the Switch? I tweeted, freaking SpongeBob SquarePants, Battle for Bikini Bottom, and the movie game. I'm just not touching on that one because that one's not as popular, but Battle for Bikini Bottom is. But anyways, those two games, HD remaster them, baby. Put them on the Switch. Go for it. Let me play those games on the go. Oh my lord, that would be gorgeous. I'm just imagining it now. Fuck this. I'll be playing it with the GameCube controller in tabletop mode. Just going at it. This is how I'm gonna do it too. So really, at the end of the day, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom HD, I think it's super likely. And here's the thing. So many people are complaining about the amount of ports that the Nintendo Switch is getting. And, part of me agrees with that in terms of the fact that Nintendo's just porting all their old Wii U games on there. I would like to see them go further and redo older games, like get a GameCube game like Luigi's Mansion, and redo that. Make it look great, and put that on the Switch. Those kind of games I really, 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 really want to see remastered. Mario Galaxy or Sunshine. Do those up. A Legend of Zelda game, Link's Awakening, yes, we're getting that, but I mean something better. Something like a Skyward Sword. or a Twilight Princess again, you know, just something, you know, that's like, that really, if you redo it in HD, it'll look gorgeous. And I'm not just talking about touching up the graphics a little bit, I mean redoing it. Crash Bandicoot did it, Spyro's done it. Redo the games. I feel like Nintendo, when they do HD re-releases, they just kind of touch up the graphics and the textures. You know, I want them to redo the game from the ground up. You know, like, if we had a really good-looking Luigi's Mansion, you know, HD remake, I would pay $60 hands down for that. I mean, I would still pay the $60 for, like, just an enhanced port, but it just wouldn't feel as good. It wouldn't satisfy me. But I've gotten completely off topic there. Wow, I got off topic. But if SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom got announced, I would be hyped. And it probably would have to release for maybe $40 instead of the $60 price. If they do completely do the game from the ground up, like completely redesign everything, or not redesign, I mean like make everything look better, like build it from the ground up. If they even add new levels, new abilities, that kind of stuff, then $60 maybe. You know, that's okay, that's fair. But if it's just going to be an updated HD enhancement port, you know, then $40 I think would be fair. But if they're going to do it from the ground up, $60, take it. Take my money. Take my money. Bundle it with SpongeBob SquarePants movie from the ground up. Take it. Take it. Rain and bills. Rain and bills. But no, Battle for Bikini Bottom, what do you guys think? Do you guys think it's super likely? I think it is. What other old THQ games do you want to see redone? Because I know there's a lot of people who like a lot of the other Nickelodeon games that are out there. Me personally, Fairly Odd Parents Shadow Showdown was amazing. I know a lot more people prefer Breaking the Rules, but man, Shadow Showdown was my personal favorite. They can leave the Jimmy Neutron games behind. Those ones, those can stay behind, actually. Did THQ publish the Incredibles video game? Oh, that'd be awesome if they can get that return. I don't remember if it was THQ, though. I know THQ did the Finding Nemo game. But did they do the Incredibles one? If they did, then do that. That game was awesome. If not, then I guess another company can remake it, because the Incredibles 2 came out, so like they can remake the old one and like put the second part in it. They could do that. Oh my god, like I know, like so many people, like I said, so many people are complaining about the amount of ports, but it's the Switch. It's a portable. Now, of course, I'm talking about the Switch, not the PS4, Xbox One. Come to the Xbox One and PS4 if you want, but Switch. Like being able to take Battle for Bikini Bottom on the go, you know, or any other old games that's remastered. It's so cool. Like Crash Bandicoot, playing on the go. Like, come on. Like, there's so much to the novelty of the Switch that I love. And seeing Battle for Bikini Bottom being playable, I don't think anything could beat that. I mean, Luigi's Mansion, HD, built from the ground up, that could beat it. But it's a great game. If you've never played it, either go pick it up. I think it's like a $15 game on the GameCube. I don't know about Xbox and PlayStation, but on the GameCube it's like $10, $15. Or just watch my Zach Plays. Clickable card, probably somewhere, or in the description. I don't know. But nevertheless, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments. Like I said, what THQ games would you like to see remastered? Or just games in general from your childhood that you'd like to see be built from the ground up and just get a beautiful HD treatment. Battle for Bikini Bottom is that game for me. And I really hope that THQ Nordic are doing it. And if they are, then I can't wait. And I'm definitely getting that day one. And who knows, maybe I'll even do a Zach Plays on it. Even though I've done a Zach Plays on Battle for Bikini Bottom, that was over 2 years ago now. So maybe I can do a new one, you know, play the new game or do some sort of stream of it if I figure out how to stream on, like, you know, using a Switch. But whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, see you guys in the next video.